Why is Toyota redesigning the Tacoma anyway? It makes no sense to me. Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to RobMotive. So, I've been thinking about this. Why is Toyota redesigning the Tacoma? It doesn't really make any sense to me. I've been trying to figure out why they're doing this. What is their motivation? They just did their redesign of the Tundra, and I gotta say, it doesn't seem to be too popular, and they're having a couple of issues with it. I hope, by the way, that doesn't happen with the Tacoma. But anyway, why are they redesigning the Tacoma? Well, I can think of a few reasons, and none of them really seem to be relevant to me, but nothing else makes any sense. Number one, to meet government mandates for fuel economy. The government throws out these numbers and they tell the manufacturers they have to meet them. Now, they don't tell the manufacturers how to meet them, they just have to meet them. So of course, they all start scrambling because they want to be able to continue to sell vehicles without penalties or maybe even a stop of production altogether in the United States. So they have to scramble to come up with different things. And what I'm seeing a lack of out there really is innovation. It just seems that everybody is following everybody else. Nobody's coming out with anything really unique. Let's take the Tundra, for example. They killed the V8. Why didn't they develop systems that might better improve the fuel economy of the V8 while maintaining its power and sound? I don't know, there's cylinder deactivation, not something that a lot of people like, but at least it's a way to be able to keep the engine that was in that truck without going to this twin turbo V6 in a full-size truck. Nah. But this video isn't about the Toyota Tundra. So I do think that that's one of the biggest reasons to meet government fuel economy mandates. They have to do something. Number two, technology. Technology changes quick all the time. And I think they need to remain relevant, and they really do, because let's face it, we do like technology. If we didn't, we wouldn't buy these vehicles. We wouldn't get the latest and greatest iPhone that's out there or Android. We love technology. So if you don't stay up to date with it, you start to fall behind. And of course, then you fear that you're going to lose market share. And that's got to be very important to Toyota because the Tacoma is number one. So I think technology has a lot to do with it, but that doesn't really mean they have to redesign the whole truck, do they? I mean, couldn't they just put different systems in what we already have? Next up, increased competition. There are a lot of entries in the mid-size truck market right now. Years ago, everybody pulled out. Basically, Toyota with the Tacoma was the only mid-size truck left. Well, it's not that way right now. You've got everybody else coming out with their mid-size trucks, their micro trucks, their hybrid trucks, the EVs. There's just a ton of entrants into the market right now. And I believe there's some pressure within Toyota to come up with a different truck to try to stay where they're at right now and not lose market share. I understand that. Of course, that's a big driver for any manufacturing company. You don't want to become irrelevant and lose your share, especially when you're number one. Number four, a justification to raise pricing. Obviously it's all about profit. These are for-profit businesses. So they're always going to try to do something to justify in the public's mind price increases. And what better way to do it than to come out with a redesigned, hopefully better truck so that you can justify raising the price of that truck. I got to believe that has something to do with the motivation amongst the others with Toyota internally. Number five, to stay relevant. Now, this one, I don't know. I don't know if this makes a lot of sense to me, but I'm sure there is talk of that within the company itself, Toyota that is. and that they have to stay relevant in the market. And that means they have to come up with something new, hopefully something that the public really likes and that will drive sales and keep them where they're at. But I would argue that's not necessary. You know, they have the #1 mid-size selling truck right now by far. Nobody else can touch Toyota. At this point, I think I would be questioning why they need to do anything. I think they do need to improve the technology. They need to stay current on the inside. They obviously need to improve fuel economy because they do have to meet government mandates. But that does not mean you have to tear apart the entire truck and come up with something completely new, which, by the way, is a big gamble because who's to say what the public is going to like? You know, I think generally the public is a little fickle when it comes to vehicles. You know, let's talk about the front end of the Tundra. People hate it. And I've seen enough comments to know that that is a driving force for a lot of people not buying that truck. Just something like that. So it's crazy. They take a big gamble when they redesign the whole truck, especially when they have something as gorgeous as this truck is, and potentially turn it into something that people won't like. So those are just 5 reasons that I can think of as to why Toyota might be looking to redesign, I shouldn't say might, are looking to redesign the Toyota Tacoma. But it still doesn't make any sense to me because, like I said, when you have a truck that's as gorgeous as this and it's #1 in the market, I don't know why you would reinvent the wheel when the wheel is spinning perfectly the way it is. Who knows? Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Are there any other reasons that you can think of as to why Toyota has decided to rip apart a hugely successful truck and come up with something different? And what about the engine that's rumored to be put in this truck? Everybody's talking about a 4-cylinder, either twin or single turbo. I think it'll probably be a twin, but who knows? And what about the hybrid version and the upcoming electric version? I realize they have to stay relevant in the electric market because that is the emerging big thing right now. Does it mean they have to go crazy with the current model? I don't think they do. I think they should probably just update the technology in this as needed, do what they need to do to tweak a little bit more fuel economy of it, and I don't mean getting rid of the V6, and come up with a separate line. Keep this truck around, which is what they should have done with the V8 Tundra, I think. I think that's a big mistake that they made. They should have kept that V8 Tundra and kind of filtered in the new one and then removed the V8 once the market decided where it wanted to go. Who knows? Anyway, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Also, real quick, I do have 2 additional channels. RobMotive FST, all about full-size trucks. And RobMotive JT, all about my 2020 Jeep Gladiator. Check them out, and if you're interested, why not subscribe? Don't forget to click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. And do me a favor, smash that subscribe button on the way out. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.